Okay, all right. We are back in business. It's Memorial Day. We are looking for trades. We had an incredible time last week. We did amazing. Right now, I just have a little bit of an AUD USD trade. Looks like we're going to hit break even. It's going to be maybe a difficult day today on Memorial Day, but it doesn't matter. We were 4-0 last week again. It was incredible stuff. So we are just going to look for some trades today. I'll be going through my trading strategy. You can see here we're starting the stream off, not with a bang, with a bit of a whimper here. We're probably going break even on this. I already have this set to break even, so That's okay. We're just looking for trading opportunities, not a lot of volume. I've been looking at Nasdaq. You can see we're on the 5-minute time frame. Nothing is really happening right here. We are in a bit of a range, okay? Oh, sorry, what the hell? I gotta plug my damn camera in. All right, that wasn't so smooth. But we are in business. How is everybody doing today? How are you doing? Let's focus in on my face here, camera. Come on, grab my eye. How are we doing? How is everybody doing this morning? Much love to India. What's up, Ibrahim? So, yes, we are in business. As I mentioned, we had an awesome week last week, 4-0 with the trades we called out on stream. I have an open trade right now on the Australian dollar, US dollar. Not great. We're at a couple $100 here. Probably going to go break even on this one, but ideally we, push down, right? Maybe we entered a level of supply, pretty weak supply if you ask me, but is what it is. Let's just go through some trades. Let's go through what we're looking for today. Let's get full screen on this bad boy, and let's see if we can win some trades today. Obviously, we are always looking to win some trades. Let's see. How do I get in the middle of this thing? How's that look? Does that look all right? How do I sound? How do I look? We are happy. Hey, AUD's pushing down a little bit here. Maybe we can hit our TP1. We got a TP1 set around here right now. Almost ticked that right there. So there's some possibility. Maybe we get a little steam here at New York Stock Exchange Open and we start making some money. Guys, last week was absolutely incredible. Let's go ahead and talk about our free trade. We've got a free trade from last week that we hit. This was a EuroCAD trade. I gave this in my free trading room and we entered our trade right here. Price pushed down and we smashed our take profit. This of course was on the 1 hour chart. This was a bit of a swing one. Shout out to Rajwardhan, whoever that is. Shout out to you, brother. And we hit our take profit there. So the EuroCAD was a nice free trade. I hope that everybody hit that trade. I hope that everybody won that trade. We've got good things going on. We have really good day today planned, and we're gonna win some trades together like we always do, like we always plan to do. Okay, so let's start going through some strategy. Let's start going through our charts. Right now, we've got about 12 minutes until we get the close of our open range, okay? So let's take a look at some more trades from last week. Let's get back onto that 5-minute time frame. Let's go into GU. This was our trade last on stream. And holy crap, if we stayed into this winning trade, yeah, we would have made a boatload, okay? But we did make a few bands on this one right here. This was a stream trade. This was a trade that I opened on stream. Everybody took it, and we won some money. We'll have, obviously, the Wheel of Pat. There's some discussion about the Wheel of Pat. Everybody loves the Wheel of Pat. This was a trade that we took last week, okay? You could see indicators. Got to get my orb indicator on this chart right here. And so we could see exactly what happened on this trade. So this was a trade that I gave. It was awesome. All right. It looks like we're about break even on AUD. Let's just take a look at this one quickly. And I'll go through that. Yeah, we're almost out of this trade. Yeah, we are out of this trade at break even. That's okay. That means we are no losses still looking for W's here. We just knocked out. Didn't really care about that entry too much. You could see I had a bit of a trend line break, decided to enter. Almost hit my take profit one right there. Maybe I put it a little too low. Oh, well, that's no problem at all. This is Forex. Seb F Day. We are trading some Forex. Okay, so let's go back into that GU trade. I was breaking this down, and obviously, guys, I will be giving you live trades today. We're not here for fun. We're here to make some money and have some fun. Okay, let's get those viewers up to 1,000. So what I want to see is some likes right now. Everybody smash that like button, get some W's in the chat. Let's get some people in here and let's get ready for our first trade. So it's 9:36 right now. At 9:45 is when we're going to start looking for trade opportunities, because that is when we're going to get the breakout of the orb. If you don't know what I'm talking about, this is what I'm talking about right here. Okay, we had our orb right here. So right, 9:30 to 9:45, this was the top of the range, this was the bottom of the range. You can see price broke out the top of the range and the candle closed. That tells us that we are bullish. So as the price came up, we waited for the price to come down. We wanted to find an entry point. There was a level right here of supply. That level was okay, but we wanted a little bit lower. We felt that there was a little bit of support at this level right here. So we entered at that level of support, right? We're always using discretion, okay? So we entered at that level, sniper entry. Obviously, you could see what happened. Price pushed up 1, 2, 3 green candles in a row, didn't touch into drawdown, a 1 to 3.5 risk reward ratio, and I gave this live on stream. Now, what I did is I took my first take profit level around the top of this candle right here. If we used my Fibonacci extension, let me get this ready right here. Just go into template extension. Okay. If we used my Fibonacci extension on this one, you could see it would have been something like this, except I was already taking about 1.5. So we were looking really, really good on that position. And hopefully we get some more trades today. I think we certainly will. So please smash that like button. Give yourselves a hand. Really, really happy that everyone is back again and taking trading seriously. Now, when I do these streams, I'm taking it seriously, but I'm taking a bit more risk than I take in my normal trades. Ahmed didn't buy a Rolex, just went and tried some Rolexes on. Okay, I just a normal non-fancy watch right here. The Rolex I'm gonna have to buy another time. No Rolex in this house. Do not rob me. No Rolex in this house. I repeat, no Rolex in this house. Everybody's looking good. Good to see you. E-Man, Hans, Leonardo, E-Man, Eric K. Beat, Rezan, Vinny. Happy to see all of you. What other trades did we have last week? Well, we had a US 35-minute trade as well last week, and it was similar. Where the hell was that trade? Was it this one here? Break out the top. Yeah, this seems about right. So this one we had last week as well. Same strategy, guys. You could see we had top of the range, bottom of the range, broke out the top of the range. We waited for a pullback to the bottom of the range. That's where we entered a trading position. We gave this live on stream. Price pushed up, smashed the take profit. Ideally, we should have let this one run, because you can see here, price kept going in our direction. But that's absolutely fine. We got to make sure that we get some runners this week. Really, really get this going. So 9:40, we got about 5 minutes for our orbs to close, and then we'll be looking for trading opportunities. Let's go ahead and just take a look at what we're looking at right now. You can see we had a breakout of consolidation, but we are entering a level of resistance here, right? Got to be careful. Level of resistance here. Huge move up, huge move up. Be hard to buy on this, but hey, maybe you could see our range is starting to form already. You could see bottom of the range right here, top of the range right here, but we have 5 more minutes. You know, range could end up here still, range could end up down here still. We're just going to have to take a look, and we're going to be doing this on all of our pairs. We're going to be doing this on Forex. We're going to be doing this on gold. We're taking a look at gold right now. You could see on gold, we are setting up a little bit of a range. And let's just take a look. Let's change. Let's get the history off on this indicator here. and start looking forward. What are we looking for? So this is our range right now. Bottom of our range, top of our range, looking for trading opportunities. So at this point, if you were buying, you would be buying to the top of the range from the middle. Absolutely fine. Not a terrible decision. If you're selling, you'd be selling to this area. Maybe a little bit less room to go, but it's Memorial Day. It's going to be an interesting day. I'm not sure exactly how profitable we're going to be, but we are going to get at least one trade out. I don't know how much time I'm going to spend on stream today. We've been doing about 2 hours a day, which is absolutely nuts. So shout out to Daniel Johnson, getting me some lights. All right, let's give Daniel a little bit of a clap here, asking for likes on my behalf. I do love that. I do like that a lot. But we are looking for trades. You know, that's what we do. That's what we do on this stream. We educate, we have some fun, and we look for trades. You'll see in the bottom left-hand corner of the screen, we have no trades open right now, which is very rare for this stream. Usually I like to try and trade before the stream and see if I can get something, but it's Memorial Day. It's a bit slow. We don't have a lot of volume, but don't worry. We're going to find something for you. Yes, over 1,000 viewers now. Thanks so much for showing up. Thanks so much for giving me those likes. Bitcoin. He wants to take a look at Bitcoin. Of course, we'll take a look at Bitcoin for you, but we are about 3 minutes away from our orb. We're going to have to start taking a look at what the hell did I click on here? There's got to be a better looking chart than this. Oh, holy smokes. The hell did I click on? There you go. Give me some juice. So Bitcoin right now, absolutely crushing the markets, sitting at $110,000. Are you trying to trade this? I don't know. Holy Moses. I love me some Bitcoin. Look at the top we hit here. Where we hit 112. That would be the top of our range. Bottom of our range looks like down here. Okay, so you're trading right here from the middle of the range. You could go down, you could go up. There's no real premium to where we are right now. You know, maybe you can orb trade Bitcoin today. Oh, shout out to, we have ourselves a donation. Ibrahim Minazra. Everybody give that a like. Much love to you. Let's put the money in the bag. Everybody put your hands together for a wonderful donation from Ibrahim Minazra. Shout out to you. Much love. Let's get you a winning trade here. That's the only way to really pay you back, is to get a winning trade. So let's see what we can do for you. Let's make some money. Now, we have some other things that I'd like to do today on Strat. I'd like to, on the stream, I'd like to figure out a name for our viewers, for our community. You know, everyone has these cool names. You know, we have the Swifties. You know, what are we? What is our community? We're going to have to figure this out. Yeah, I find this strategy works on pretty much every pair because you're using discretion, right? It's not like we're just doing one thing. Like, we're always looking for a supply or a demand. We're looking. The patties is pretty good. But it's a bit self-indulgent. Patties is what everyone's saying. It is self-indulgent though. I do love the patties. That is self-indulgent, but that's okay. We can self-indulge. All right, so what are we on orb? What are we looking at? You guys want me to take a look at gold? All right. Vinny, I trade daily about 3 times a week. So not daily. I trade about 3 times a week, about 9:30 a.m. Eastern. Right now we are looking at gold here in the middle of this range, right? You can see we're in our range right here. We pull out our fib. Let me just put my fib back on. Back to the normal. Very nice. You can see we're something like this. Top of the range, bottom of the range. You could see right there, that is top, bottom to top right now. So we really aren't in a buying zone, right? Like down here is our discount zone below 50%. That's where you'd want to be buying or selling from, but our orb is closed, okay? So our range high and our range low is set. Now I've been looking at UJ, right? So I'm always looking, and I've got my team looking, and we are always looking for trading opportunities. You can see right here. How about this one? How about that? Okay, we have our trend line here. This is on UJ. Got quite a few touches. We just had a break of that trend line, and we have our orb set up. You could see top of the range, bottom of the range. So what we'll be looking to do here, we would be looking to sell on UJ today. So we would be looking for the price to come close out the bottom of this range like this. We'd wait for a pullback, maybe to the middle, maybe to the top of the range, and then we would sell this bad boy and we would make some real money. You know, the top of the range would be pretty good on this one, but we want to get a breakthrough. We want to get that breakthrough, right? Again, top of the range right here, bottom of the range. Our range is set for the day. This is our trading range. We're set for the day. This is a potential short, and the good thing about this is, okay, we get the break here, and then we get the pullback, and look, the pullback may come to our trend line. So then you get the break and the retest of the trend line at the range high. We're getting all of these confluences stacking. Yeah, of course I accept crypto for payment. Email team@forexrobotnation.com. You want to buy any of my services, you could email that, and I'll have my team send you a crypto address to sign up for any of my services. So we are also looking at EU. Let's take a look at EU. This is an EU for a long here, right? We are at support. We got a reaction, got maybe a little bit of a double bottom here, okay? This is nice. We have our range, top of the range. We have the bottom of the range. And now we have our trend line, 1, 2, almost 3, but we got a break right here. We're coming back, retesting the trend line, retesting the bottom of our range. Ideally, what we want to see on this one is we want to see a candle break out the top. Then we want to see, hey, maybe let's pull this trend line a little bit further over here, just so we have it for retest. We want to see candle close out the top of our range. We want to see the price come back, maybe to the range midline, maybe to a little area of supply off of this candle. Not a great supply though. I don't know if I even call that a supply, but maybe price would come down, retest our trend line, retest the bottom of our range, and we get a buy trade on EU. So we have some opportunities, guys. It's going to take a little bit of time for these to play out, but feel free, hang out with me. We got a lot of viewers in here. We're making some money. DZX is talking about a gold buy. And you know what? Because today is a Memorial Day, you know, the odds of an A+ setup are low, but that's okay. You know, don't need an A+ setup. Maybe we get a B setup. If I can't find a trade, I will take a trade from the chat. Chat loves a good trade. Yeah, okay, so we're looking potentially here. You could see we had a reaction off our support down here, and we're starting to push up. So maybe we have a little bit of an uptrend here coming all the way to our level of resistance. Now we're trading from the middle of this range, but that's okay. This is not a terrible one. This is, yeah, I like a gold buy. We got a lot of people saying gold buy right now, and we got a lot of smart people in the chat. So let's hear it for the smart people in our chat. Give them a round of applause. Maybe we have a buy on gold. Our boy Steven is already in the EU trade. He is he had a nice win last week. I remember Steven was doing quite well last week in the stream. I might have to follow him instead. So Steven said he is aiming for something like this all the way up here. Steven, you are cooking. Steven, I don't know if I would aim for this level. So this is what you're aiming for right here. This is Steven's in a trade right now, is take profits all the way up here. maybe I would consider pulling your take profit to this level right here. I would also look at this fair value gap right here as a potential. Right there, you know, I gotta stop. I should probably use a box. Pat, use the box. All right, use the box. So we got a fair value gap right there. Steven, maybe that is where you'd want to exit the trade. Obviously, I don't know if you've been in this trade for a while. You've been swing trading here. I don't know what your stop loss is, but you might get a reaction there. You know, we do a lot of scalping on the channel. We're trying to get in trades, get out of trades as fast as we possibly can. But we do like to leave a runner. Hopefully you've already taken some profit, and hopefully you have a runner going. Right now we are waiting for price to come out the top and close a candle. We got about 4 minutes for that to happen. That is very possible. The free trade, do I have the free trade? Let's take a look. We've got potential on an NU long here. You could see, guys, we had our range. So this is a NU USD. Oh, shout out to Ibrahim again. I don't know what the hell he's actually paying me in. It's a weird squiggly, but we do appreciate every single donation that we get on the channel. So let's put your money in the bag for me. I do appreciate every single donation. If you have a necklace you would like to put in the bag, you can do that as well. Thank you so much for your donation. Shout out to Ibrahim, everybody. Shout out to Ibrahim. He's the man. He's giving us money. All right. Little clap for you, and then we'll get back to business. Yeah, Teddy, I don't know what the hell. I don't even think I'm actually getting money from that, but it's cool. Yes, today is a bank holiday. Today is Memorial Day, so it's a difficult day to trade, but I don't really care. I think we're 5-0, right? 5 wins in a row, but I think we are 4-0 live on the stream, or 5-0 live on the stream. Something like that. 4-0 last week in just 3 trading days. Right here we're looking at a potential NU buy. So you could see my girl Sean Carter back in the chat. How you doing, Sean Carter? That's actually Jay-Z's real name. That's why I thought you were a man last week. My apologies, but I knew there was a reason. All right, so you could see here on NU we have a level of demand. Now this is not a strong demand. Why? Because look, this is a really tiny fair value gap right there. We're starting to get the big move up here, right? So we do have options here. Ideally we would still want the price to break out of the top of the range, right? Break, close. That's what we want. That's the worst looking candle I've ever seen. It just made a face. Look at this. A little smiley right here. A blow little nose right there. Not bad at all. Okay, what the hell am I even talking about now? I look like Eminem. All right, Bassem. I do rap, so, but I will not rap on stream until we get 2,000 concurrent viewers. If we get 2,000 concurrent viewers, I'll do a freestyle. Okay, GU. What do I think? Gold. What do I think? Well, let's go to GU right now. How are we doing on GU? Let's take a look at GU. We got some sort of a trend line here. Something like this. Close out the top. Let's see. Let's see. Now our level of interest was down here. That was our level of interest. So that's an interesting one. I'm also looking at USD Swiss franc. Where's my Swiss franc at? You could see right here. Always looking for opportunities. This one we have a nice little supply at the top. And everybody do a little shout out to my boy Vapul. Shout out to Vapul. He's always with me during these streams. We chat, we talk. He doesn't like being on camera, that's fine, but he's always taking a look at the charts with me, helping me out. And so right now we have a trend line right here. We had a break of the trend line right here, and we've started to push down. Now, we just had a candle closure outside of our range, guys. That means we have a potential trading opportunity on Swiss franc here. Where would we enter? You have a bit of a fair value gap entry right here. at the middle of the range, but I think we would want to pull back to the top, right? So this one may take some time for us to get to, but I believe we would want to come to supply. And I understand that's outside of the range, but I think you would basically want candles to wick in, okay? So you'd want a candle to come up here, something like this, and then you would be like, you'd want it to wick in. I don't know how the hell I'm drawing that, but you'd basically want a candle to wick into this level and then push back down. It seems like we're getting a decent entry right off the breakout itself. There's a lot of people that are going to be trading that today. It's a discretionary entry, and our strategy is discretionary. So if you decided to get into this trading position right here, it would have looked something like this. You'd be doing pretty good right now. You'd probably, we'd probably be looking for our first level somewhere around here. If we take a look at my fib here, let me just get my extension back for you and show you what I would be looking at. If this was the trade that we took, I would be looking at something like this. Just based off the stop loss, you could see we would be targeting this area right here for our first take profit on a quick scalp. This is the area we would be entering, and it looks like this is actually a decent entry right off of that level. Be hitting our take profit one, but for me, my discretion, I like to have the overlapping confluences, especially on a Memorial Day. So we want to see this price come back up, pull back, get that price at a crazy discount. But you could see right here, if we entered off of that break, we would have been looking pretty good on NU. We would have had our trend line break right here, and we're starting to push down, and then we're just getting a bit of a continuation off of the orb. So that is, in many people's eyes, enough confluences, enough reasons to take a trade. And you could see right there, we would have already hit our first take profit. Absolutely. Everybody get excited, because this is eventually what you will be seeing on the stream today when we hit our winners. So that would have been a nice trade. At this point, we would have been risk off, right? Take that off the chart. We would be break even, and then we would be targeting probably something like this with our runner, which is the bottom of this level right here for support. Getting a lot of shout outs from GU. Relax, Eric. I do see this. Okay, so on GU, had a break of the orb. This thing is exploding. Getting some more squigglies from our boy Ibrahim. Shout out to Ibrahim. Sky, the wheel is the wheel. Much appreciated for your donation, Ibrahim. I love you so much. Thanks for coming to watch the stream today, and let's give you a little bit of a clap, okay? Thank you very much. I'm gonna put that towards my luxury clothing. Can I give more signals in the free group? No, I cannot. I give you as many as you get. I'm kidding. If there's more opportunities to give you swing trades, I will give them. Shout out to you, Gangstar. Welcome to the channel. Thanks everybody for the donations. Again, thanks everybody for coming to show up today. We've got a lot of people here, and we're looking for trading opportunities. So we just had GU here. Let's take a look at gold. Gold I kind of like too. It's like we have some decent market structure right here. Can we just do something like this? Hopefully, but we're gonna have to wait for a break of the top of this zone right here to find ourselves an entry. Maybe an overlap right here off of that candle right there. Looks like a decent opportunity, but you can see from top to the bottom right here, we want to have some sort of a pullback to the middle before we get an entry. Let's see if we can get a candle close on gold here. Oh, very close here. Only 10 seconds left on this candle. Some are saying UJ. Let's go back to UJ. UJ looks pretty good, guys. Yeah, UJ is one of the ones I was looking at. This is a trade that I'll be interested in opening here. We don't have a great overlap, though. You understand? Generally, you like to have, a supply here or a supply here overlapping. Maybe we just wait for this one to come back to the top of the range. So we did get the candle closure. We are starting to come back. I think we do have the potential to enter. We have a bit of a fair value gap right here, and this is at the top of the range. So this might be the overlap that we're looking for. So that is decent. Let's go ahead and change this back to my normal fib. I wish there was a faster way to do that instead of doing it like this every time. But let's go ahead and take a look from the bottom of the move, so top of the move to the bottom of the move right here, swing across. You could see 50% our discount level right here. So discount, top of the range, and a fair value gap. This is the price that I'm going to be watching for. Hopefully we can get a bit of a pullback to this level, and then we could get a trade on the stream and we can make some money. Now, I talked about if we got 2,000 concurrent viewers today, I would freestyle wrap, and we're at 1,400 right now, so I'm getting a little bit stressed out. I don't really want to wrap, but I will if I have to, because I love you. How are we doing? Someone's telling me to look at gold. Look at gold. Gold, we're finally getting the break that I wanted, so this is an opportunity as well. So this one looks pretty good. Now, we don't have a lot of volume, right? We're moving slowly, but that may help us, right? So ideally we get a candle close, you know, at this level, get a pullback to, you know, probably bottom of the range again. We're looking at the bottom of the range entry quite a bit today. Just really trying to get price at a discount. We don't really have a major supply, don't have any major demands that we're looking at on these time frames, but we are looking. Yellowwood, the problem is I use the Fibonacci for two purposes. So you could see, right, if I'm, let's say I'm measuring from this level here, then I'm using the Fibonacci like this, okay? But then I also like to use the Fibonacci as an extension. So if we go to the template extension, okay, so this is the change that I keep making, and say, all right, I'm entering a trade something like this, and then it helps me figure out just, you know, quick scalping targets while I'm on the fly. So I'm using that for multiple purposes. Absolutely. What else are we looking at? What else are we looking at? So the indicator that I'm using on the chart is our Lux Algo Orb and Targets right here. We can take a look at those settings. I should go through this strategy just for the newer viewers, walk you through everything. Right now, doing live trades about 3 times a week. Gopu, appreciate you coming. Oh, my mouse is about to die. Let me plug it in. Okay, what do we got right there? That is what it is. How does everybody like my new sweater? Do you like my new sweater? I like this fancy sweater. We were 4-0 last week, so I went out, I bought a fancy sweater. Very fancy. Very designer. Okay? I wear designer now. Alrighty. I think this is the most viewers we've ever had in here, so I just want to say thank you to everyone who's decided to watch. Normally, we've got open trades right now. Let's take a look over at GU. I've been watching GU on one of my other monitors that you can't see. So this is insane. There's no way in hell that we're trading this right now. This candle's scaring the hell out of me. We did trade one like this the other day, and we did catch it. It was pretty gorgeous. It was pretty gorgeous, but this red candle is scaring the hell out of me. So what were we really focused on? Someone said NQ. They want to take a look at NQ. NQ appears to be trading inside of the range created now. This is, you know, maybe just a demand play, you know. You could enter on demand here, maybe an overlap with the range. I know we haven't broken out the top, but we did have a really big move here. So, you know, maybe you get just something like this. That could be a potential opportunity for you on NQ. People wanted me to take a look at back on EU. Haven't had a breakout at EU. Looks like we're trading within the range a little bit right here. We want to see the break above, right? We didn't. We wicked, and that's telling us we may stay in the range. We want to see the breakout, then the pullback, then we look up. That is how we trade this thing. Let's go ahead and just go through some of the results here. This was the results from last week. Absolutely incredible. Undefeated on stream. Hope that everybody got some of those trades. Hope that everybody hits that damn like button and give yourself a clap, obviously. So happy to have so many people in here. I don't even know what to say. I'm appreciative of you. That's it. Okay, that's what I say. If you're trading, when we get a win, we get the wheel of Pat. Okay, when we get a win, we get the wheel of Pat. Look, hey, look, it's showing you the sweater that I bought yesterday because I looked on the internet for it first. You see that? Fancy sweater. Now, also make sure that you're giving me a follow on Instagram. Make sure that you're giving me a follow on Twitter. I was pretty disappointed. I saw an influencer saying, "Who is the most handsome trader?" Tag him in the comments. This had hundreds of thousands of views, and I didn't get a single vote for most handsome trader. And there's 1,400 people in here, so I know some of you have Twitter. Follow my damn Twitter account, and the next time someone said, "Who's the most handsome trader?" pick me, okay? The Patties, right? I think that's what we're calling them, the Patties. The Patties. Okay, well, okay, I was about to go show you my trading strategy on stream here, but let's go ahead and take a look at gold, because I'm looking at gold on another chart, and it's looking pretty good, right? Gold is doing kind of what I wanted it to do. We broke out, and now we want to have a pullback. We have an entry right here. Can we come back to that entry? And then it kind of looks like good market structure, right? Good market structure. Winning some money. So I think we've got opportunity on gold coming up. This is something we could look to take, but obviously we don't want to have a huge candle. This is where the discretion comes in. When you're watching my stream, you go, I don't know how the hell Pat wins so much money on YouTube every week. I don't know how he does it. It's discretion, right? If this is a huge candle like this, I'm not trading it. I want to see some positive momentum. Let's see the price come in here. Let's see some wicks. Let's see a reaction. Then let's get into the trade, and then let's make some money. We like to win trades. We don't like to lose trades. We are very patient on this stream, and people seem happy with it. We got freaking 1,400 people in here. If 2,000 people get into this stream, I may freestyle rap. I may not. Kais, I trade at 9:30 a.m. because that is the beginning of the New York Stock Exchange. Free Telegram, link is in the description to that. Let's go ahead into my trading strategy right here. So why do I trade at 9:30 a.m.? I was just asked. You can see right here we have this candle. This is the 9:30 a.m. candle, okay? 15-minute time frame. So I'm looking at a 15-minute candle. This candle goes down, it goes up, it goes down, it goes up. And then during that process, it creates the top and bottom of our range, the range top and the range bottom. Very nice, right? 15-minute candle. Next thing we do, we come over to the 5-minute time frame. We're just monitoring what's happening. Right now we're on the 5-minute time frame. You can see bottom of the range, top of the range. This one didn't create a range, right? You can see. And then we have our 950 candle, right? Just a 950 candle, just taking a look. But we're waiting for a candle to break. So take a look. We had our 950 candle. Look, our 955 candle broke out the top and it closed. Now we have some direction. Now we're looking to buy. We're looking to get into a trade. And this is what we're doing today. Then we have a discretionary entry. This is where discretion is involved. And this is important. This is very important. Where are you entering? Are you entering right here? Are you entering right here? Here? We have options, and I go through all of those options on stream. Maybe there's a huge red candle coming back down, and you don't want to take it. That's part of the process. Now, when we finally find an entry that we like, we tap into that fair value gap or that midline or whatever the hell you want to trade. We enter our trading position. We put our stop loss generally below the range. If we enter here, we put our stop loss at the middle of the range, right? These are all things that we do. Then we take profit 1, We set the break even. We let a runner go on stream. We let it ride, and we win big for thousands and thousands and millions of dollars. And then I go out. I buy some nice designer clothes. I go look for a Rolex, and that's what we do. That's how we do it. And that is the life we're living. So I hope that you like that explanation. Let's go back to the charts. We are looking at gold here. We have a potential opportunity on gold here. So it's very possible that we have a limit order getting ready to set up, right? Now we'll use a limit order. Let's see. This one we're probably targeting more the bottom of the range, the bottom of this area, because we don't really have a major confluence, but you could see, let's take a look over here, right? We're scalping, so you could see right here, this is a decent level, right? This was a level over here used as resistance, price pushed off, okay? Rejected, you know, pretty good level, broke through the level, used this level again, showing strength. So we're getting a lot of strength out of that level. I think there might be some buyers in here. Hopefully we can get in if the price comes down. Shout out to Ibrahim Minazra. He keeps sending me squiggles. I'm not sure if this is actually real money, but he has figured out how to get my attention on multiple occasions now. So shout out to the donator. Let's go ahead and play the cash register for you. Thank you so much, Ibrahim. Appreciate all of the funds coming through. Put your money in the bag. It's better than I have it. You know, it is better that I have it, because generally I spend my money very, very well, right? Obviously, I have a Porsche in the garage, and lately I've been buying some designer clothes because I want to look fancy on stream. So thank you. I'll put this towards my next designer sweatshirt. All right. Shout out to 1,600 viewers in here. Holy crap, we've never had this many viewers. I love you so much. I was bringing up the Porsche. Let's take a look at the Porsche, right? Obviously, I can't bring the Porsche to you, but I have the keys right there of my beautiful, beautiful Taycan. You love to see it. Come on, camera, pick it up. Pick it up. All right, it doesn't want to pick it up, but there you go. There's the Porsche keys. We win one more trade, maybe I'll get a Bugatti in that garage, huh? All right, that's enough flexing for now. What are we doing? Drew, leave me alone, brother. Forget that I said it. Yeah, I drive a Taycan. Maybe my next one will go with like a GT3 or something. People want me to take a look at GU. Oh man, might have been better off trading the middle of the range on gold here. We had a pullback and got close to the middle of the range, so I probably wouldn't have, even if I traded middle of the range entry here, probably wouldn't have got it. You know, there's all, like, I'm always looking for some sort of confluence, whether it's like if we had like a fair value gap, or maybe an inverse fair value gap, or some place to enter, but I didn't get an entry on gold yet. It doesn't mean it's not over. You know, there's 1,600 people in here, and we've got, you know, another hour, maybe hour and a half on stream. We're going to be here for a while, so we're definitely going to get a live trade. We're, I think, 5 trades in a row live on stream, and so we're going to try and make some money. Shout out to all the Indians in chat. Lots of Indians in chat. They want a shout out, so shout out to India. AUD USD, love my chat, kind of keeping me on track. AUD USD, yeah. So this is a bit annoying, right? You can see I was into this trade earlier today. When the stream started, I got into this trade on a trend line break. You can see right here, bit of a simple entry, decided to take it. I liked the market structure. You could see price came up, knocked me out on a break even, so I didn't lose any money here. But looks like I got the direction right. Price is coming back down. So it's very possible that we could get kind of another entry on this one. It would be at that level though. So you could see we had our candle closure right here outside of our range. So we would be waiting for price to come back to this level right here. Have to get a stop above here because, you know, we came here already. But that could be a potential move that we get. Now we are also been monitoring gold. Been trying to wait for price to come back to our level right here. I feel like if we come back to that level, it's a pretty good level of support. It's not the best confluence, but it's what we have, right? We had the breakout the top, giving us our direction. Now we're waiting for a pullback to our level to get into an entry. We're always trying to win our trades. We're always trying to win our trades. That is what we're trying to do. UJ. We were looking for a sell on UJ as well. Okay. What's going on UJ? What's going on UJ? So UJ was pushing up. You can see I do a lot of counter trend scalps here. So we have a trend line, broke through our trend line right here. Now we have our orb, right? Price broke through our orb and closed, right? Closed, waiting for some sort of a pullback here. Someone is telling me GU's ready to buy. Well, let's get over to GU, take a look. GU's looking pretty good here. This has some potential, doesn't it? Got a level of support about here. I'd say liquidity got taken down here. So we could potentially have a limit here. The only issue is we did kind of break out the top of we broke out the top of the trend line here. Okay, and now we're trading below that trend line again. So are we going to respect our trend line and just keep pushing down? Hopefully not. But we have to think about taking a trading position here. Yeah, it went up quick, but that could tell us that we have buyers here, right? You could see we have this huge wick right here. That could tell us that there's buyers at this level, which is why this is the level we're waiting for a pullback to, and see if we get some sort of a reaction on GU. That's a potential trade as well. Always asking my other analysts what they think. I don't like doing this alone. I like to trade with people, so I like to talk about you. I like to talk with the chat, talk with my team while we're placing trades. This is crazy. I don't know what the hell to do with this. Look, I hate it when the range is so big, you know, when they start this massive range that we have right here. You could see it. We did tap into our level of demand, right? And that's an area that I mapped out, discussed as a potential trade. So, you know, it's possible you could have got an entry on that demand and you were looking up. I don't know if you're going to get it, but it's clear there were definitely some buyers here. So tapped in, maybe we go. You're getting a red candle right here. Not a lot of momentum, not a lot of movement on this move. US 32 late. Let's take a look at US 30. Well, again, US 30, just like Nasdaq today, our range was created quite large. Are we just trading within this range? We don't really know. We're kind of just waiting to see. This is, you know, you could have traded at this level of resistance right here. That's not terrible. Look, you got a good reaction off it. Pretty much had a reaction off of it a little bit lower right here as well. So not a terrible play right there. Some people probably in on that. Some are saying orb on US CAD. Okay, yeah, we have a little bit of an orb on US CAD, and we do have a level of demand here. This is a decent looking trade, so we would want to see if we could get a pullback into, yeah, that's a bit of a big one. That's a bit of a big level of demand, but we have the fair value gap here, have the fair value gap right here. So clearly we have a lot of momentum. That's a pretty damn good looking play right there, but we are sitting at a level of resistance right now. So we would be trading the top, right? Our support right here. So we would be trading the top of this range. So you could still get a small move, but you could see How did we react the last time we were at that level? We reacted very negatively, right? We pushed all the way down. So that is always something that you have to be looking out for, right? These are the things that we look out for. We, right here, would want to get below 50%. You want to be buying from there. You want to be buying from that discount zone, right? That's our discount zone in there if you're measuring from the bottom to the top of our range. So that's interesting. Let's go into GU. So UCAD, we're not really sold on that. Let's go into GU. This is one that we're looking at right here. I hope we didn't miss our entry. I hope we did not miss our entry right here, because we've been watching this one really close. But we are live, and we are looking for a trade for you today, looking for a trade for our wonderful, wonderful followers. I hope we didn't miss the entry on this one already. You're the champ, El Corey. Love you. Getting a lot of EJ sell from Kaba. Kaba's a good trader. He's with us all the time in here. So this is what Kaba's looking at right now. You could see we had our orb. All right, we had the break below the orb. You know, you could have traded that already, right? If you like to trade that model, yeah, you would have already had a 1 to 5 on this one. That would have been a nice looking scalp. Does look like we're getting a lot of rejections off of the bottom of our range right here. So you could see that is an area we're getting a lot of rejections off of. This is an interesting trade, but we are really focused on, I think it was gold and GU. So these were the two trades that we were really focused on this morning so far. Let my hair breathe a little bit. How's the hair look? How do we look here? I look all right? Don't look too tired? I always look tired. It's because I spend so much damn time looking at these charts. All right, what do we got? Gold, EU, GU, Fib presets. Okay, Fibonacci. Take a look at this. There you go. This is what I look at right here. These are the settings that I use. You know, nothing special. I just like to see the price come below 50%. I like the discount. Right now, I guess you could say if we were drawing it here, you could draw from the bottom, or you could just draw it from kind of this move, you know, kind of something like this. Yeah, so either way, wherever you draw it from right now, we would be entering in that 50% zone. That's something we would be looking for, obviously. Damn, we got freaking 1,700 people in here. We've never had so many people in the damn stream. Everyone wants to see what trade we're going to take. Usually right now I've got a lot more trades open, a lot more exciting, but we are waiting for our trade. We're trying to go for our 6th win in a row live on stream. So let's see if we can make that happen for everybody today. Yeah, everybody is off work and they're going, holy crap, I wish I was off work more. I could be trading with Pat every damn day. We got GU right here. Worried that I missed my entry on GU. You could see I was targeting the bottom of the range right here. It does look like we have a little bit of a middle of the range entry, and if we took our middle of the range entry, which would have been, you know, something like this, probably a stop below, we would have hit our first take profit already, and then we would be break evened, and we would be into some sort of a runner, probably something like this. So, you know, maybe we're being a bit too particular today on Memorial Day. Maybe I'm being a bit too particular because we've got 6 wins in a row, but I want to make sure that I'm winning trades for you guys. So I want to make sure that we're hitting the confluences correctly. Probably should have hit a middle of the range on this one, but this is why, you know, I want you to understand this. You watch my YouTube videos and stuff, they're 10 minutes long, it's fun, but this is all about discretion, right? So, like, and you just can't explain it. It's like you're watching the charts and you have the decision to make, especially when you're scalping. It's like you're just kind of feeling the movements of the market, and you're just like, sometimes I feel like you know, the price is going to come to the bottom. Sometimes I feel like price is going to come to the midline. Sometimes I think we're just going to explode off the top. And like, that's just the decisions you have to make when you're trading. And I think the only way to really teach you guys that, and for you guys to see my trading process that I've developed over 16 years, is through these live streams. I think this is the best way. I think this is probably the funnest way too, because you could see me win, you could see me lose, you could see me go through those emotions. So I'm really appreciative of everybody being here. And, you know, I hope that you have really good trading goals. I hope that you have plans for yourself, right? I hope that you're looking to win some trades with me today. What the hell is I talking about? Someone's saying NU. NU. Yeah, price did come into our level of demand here on NU, but it's against our range. It is against our range. So how the hell would I trade that? I guess you get a close within the range, and then you wait, right? So you'd have, I guess, this candle right here. You would wait to close in the range, retrace back to demand, then you would go maybe trade back to the top of the range. That could be a potential opportunity. Now, again, this is very discretionary. That is not the model that I just taught you, but I'm always looking. Melwin, I stream about 3 times a week. Geez, if I get 1,650 people in here all the time, maybe I'll do more. Selena wants me to take a look at gold. She looks sexy though, so let's take a look for Selena. Selena, we're looking for a pullback still to our level of support right here, okay? That is the entry we've been waiting for on gold. Then we would do something like this. Shout out to sexy Selena in the chat. All right, maybe something like that. First take profit midline, let the rest ride all the way to the top, make a few $1,000s off this position. Teddy, I'm not simping here. I'm just trying to get more people to watch. That's all. Yeah, Melwin, just there. Missed entry on EU. Let's go ahead and take a look at EU. Yeah, EU looked pretty good. Definitely missed our entry on this one. And this is like the annoying part, is because like I've gone through so many charts this morning, and you know, I've told you what my thought process was on all those charts, and I've been right on so many of them already. Like basically every chart I've broke down, I've been right on. I just don't have a trading position. And like, that's scary, because then when you finally do take a trading position, you'll be wrong. Oh, shout out to Ibrahim again. How many donations is this MF gonna give me? I'll take it. Put your money in the bag. Put your money in the bag. Let's give a round of applause for Ibrahim Minazra. He keeps sending me squiggles. I'm not even sure if that's money. I'm gonna have to get my accountant to see if we could convert some of those squiggles into a Rolex. Much appreciated for the dono. Thank you for all of the squiggly lines. Thank you for the squiggly lines. And hit the like button while you're in here, guys. You know, that will help us open a trade and make some money. Gold is coming down. The chat is helping me pay attention to what I'm supposed to be doing, which is trading for you. So let's go ahead and take a look at gold. So gold, our gold entry is at support, but we don't want to have a huge red candle. We don't talk war in this channel. So, you know, if you're gonna talk war in this channel, it's fine. We only talk war if it's how are we making money off a trade from war. That's it. That's it. Okay. Everybody in this chat loves each other very much because we're all traders, and that's the thing that we have in common. A 15-year-old trader. Well, you're starting young, brother. Just have goals, man. Have goals, have plans. We are waiting for price to tap into our support here on gold. We have some decent resistance right here. We pushing down, and I'm gonna have I think I'm gonna get a trade ready soon on this support level on gold. and hopefully we make a few $1,000s on this trading position, and we can just keep finding a way to win on stream, watching me trade. Oh, geez, you better not give me a midline reaction. I'm going to lose my mind on another midline reaction. Should I be trading just the middle of the range all day? What the hell's going on? We keep hitting the middle of the range. We're not coming down to the bottom. I'm really gonna have to look at this. Although it's Memorial Day, it's a little bit different. So I don't want to change my strategy. Don't want to change my discretion too much here. We do still have an opportunity to pull back right here. I'm getting my limit order set up so that when we come to the bottom of the range right here, we get into a trade. Obviously, let's see what kind of a reaction we get. We're at over 1,700 people in here today. This is unbelievable. I wish it was Memorial Day all the time. They don't like gold, but I'm going to scalp gold. Don't worry. I'm going to scalp it. I'm going to win it. Drew, no freestyle. Drew, you're crazy. Been here since the beginning. Fat Pat back in the game. Slashing your veins. Uh-oh. It was close. Shout out to Happy Tall, shout out to Mo13, shout out to Selena. Now, it's been a really slow morning, so what I want to do, just because I love all of you, is I think entry on gold is at support right down here. I think we're going to just hit up the wheel of Pat. I know usually we wait for a trade. Maybe we'll wait for a trade. Okay, we'll wait for a trade. We're so close. We're so close. Look, we're pushing back down here. We have an opportunity. What else were we looking at, guys? What else were we looking at? I did get W's in the chat, which I appreciate. Smash that like button. I am from Canada. I am a Canadian, which means I'm very nice and kind. That's what it means, okay? So nice and kind. Remember me that way. I want you to think of me that way, okay? Wonderful. So we do have a buy limit set up right now. My limit order is set up near the top. I'm near the top, right? So not the bottom of the range. I think I have my limit order set up somewhere around here, okay? So when price comes to that level, we'll be into this trade, and then we will win this trade, and then we will go to the wheel of Pat. It does look like, it looks like decent price action here, okay? See what we're doing. You can see what we're doing. The thing is, can we get through this midline to our level of support and then, kind of continue with this nice price action, this nice, just kind of a small uptrend here. Oh, shout out to Chantalal for the donation. We are getting donations today. I don't know what the hell is going on. I miss Dylan Aquino. We used to just have one donation per, so thank you for that donation. Don't want to cover the screen for too long, but everybody give a shout out to Chantalal for the donation. Let's give you a little clap. Much appreciated to everyone who's in here watching, enjoying the stream. We're at 1,800 concurrent viewers. The most viewers we've ever had, I think, was 1,200 concurrent viewers. So it's absolutely awesome that we have that many people in here. Shout out to Bangladesh. People want me to take a look at NQ, but I am really close to a trade entry here, okay? So I'll come back here on gold to see if we get an entry. NQ is falling a little bit today, is coming to a level of support right here, okay? And we are getting a reaction off of that support level. Do you want to trade a big red candle like that? Generally, you don't. I don't. Let's go back to gold. This is what we're watching to see if we get into a trading position. And, we do have some big red candles, which I don't like to see. Generally, I want to see, let's say, the price come into my level. Maybe we get a green candle close. But you could see we are really getting reactions. You could see we almost came into my level right here, and that would have been enough to get a TP1 on this. So if that was our entry level right here, which we were close on, something like this, we would have been, yeah, we would have been very easily hitting a 1-to-1 already on this trading position, because we're scalping. We get in quick, we get out quick, then we hit break even and we go for a runner. So we do have a green candle closure here on the 5-minute time frame as we wait for price to come to our level of support and enter. Now, the midline is being respected, and it's been respected quite a bit today. I've missed more entries than I'd like to admit. Obviously, the price has been not terrible for Memorial Day. I haven't loved it on these levels, right? I've not loved it on NQ, have not loved it on US 30, just big candles. Not sure exactly what the hell to do with it, so we haven't been trading the indices today, just being careful. Yeah, gold does appear to be leaving without me, Eric, which is frustrating because, you know, we were really close to our entry, really close to our entry. Shout out to Chantilal for another donation. Much love to all the people that have donated today. Really appreciate that. Don't need your money, so you don't have to donate, but if you are going to, you will get the clap. Private conversation, I don't know, brother. I'm a busy man, so hopefully that you could just learn from, hopefully you can learn from these streams and learn from my videos. I don't really do one-on-one or anything like that. Don't really have the time for it. Happy to, obviously, teach everything that I know in these streams. EU, okay, Ahmed, I got you. Let's take a look at EU. Sadly, we did not. The gold seems to be taken off without us. Hopefully, comes back to our support level and we get another reaction. Look at we got such a great reaction off of that wick here, right to the back of the range. But see, we do seem to be in our range now, so it's possible that we trade, you know, within our range. Where the hell did I just accidentally delete my orb? I do that every once in a while, so let's just pull that orb back. Gotta have our orb. What else are we looking at? So EU's struggling to break the range. I'm looking at a different one right here. So here we go. Here we have something on EU. Now on EU, again, we generally like a fair value gap entry or something. We do have kind of more of a support level entry right here. This could give us some sort of potential on EU, but you know, we're like over an hour into stream right now. I was into an AUD USD trade that went break even on me, so I don't have any wins today, and I want to get into a trade. I want to do a live trade for you. Don't think we're going to get an A+ setup, but we might have a B setup, which is fine. Just, you know, if you're going to trade with me, don't risk too much. All right, so EU coming back into the range, getting a little bit of a pullback. Can we come down further? Can we come down to a level that we want to enter a trade on EU? What about GU? GU, again, see, a lot of these, we're just getting a reaction off of the midline. If I traded the midline today, I'd be at 4 or 5 wins already, honestly. Sometimes you just got to throw caution to the wind. What else do we have? We have gold. We've been watching gold. Gold left without me. Eric told me, Eric, gold left without me. Don't leave without me. Shout out to Lewis, Emmanuel, Jess. Shout out to Mo13, Andra Anime. Yeah, Nasdaq, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't really have anything here today. The range was just created too large. When you get this large range, it's hard to trade because you're just like, all right, what are we're selling now? Look how much, we've already had a huge sell-off. Or even if we're buying now, by the time we get to the top of the range and out, we've already had a huge move up. Like, so it's just difficult to trade indices sometimes when it's like, when the moves are this big. Someone wants me to take a look at Bitcoin. Daddy's got a lot of Bitcoin. I've been on Bitcoin for many years. What I gotta have, Vapul, can you add a better Bitcoin chart for me here? What the hell are we looking at on these charts? There we go, that's better. So Bitcoin, you could see on our range right there, we broke out of the range. Are you waiting for a pullback? I don't know. I'm not selling Bitcoin. I love Bitcoin. Hold Bitcoin for my dear life. Dear life. I take all my Bitcoin, I put it on a USB stick, I put it in the bank. That's what I do. Still waiting on gold right here. I still have a limit order open. My limit order is still right here, but gold seemed to have left me in the dust again. If I traded the middle of the range pullback and I just said, oh, who cares about analysis? Let's just play the middle of the range pullback all day. Then we would have been winning already. We would have had a bunch of winning trades already. So did I miss NU as well? Yes. I know what. Yeah. What do we got on NU? Never really got what we wanted. We were looking to buy on NU. Is what we were looking to do. So we needed to close out the top. Right? We needed the candle close at the top. We never got that. So not too worried about EU. Really been looking at GU as a potential here. And I was looking at EU as a potential here as well. There's a level down here I'm looking at. EU, GU, US CAD. Yeah, I didn't care much for CAD, right? Could have had a win here, but you could see we're getting back to our level of resistance. So I was just saying, I'm not buying that. AUD USD, here is a trade that I had earlier. Now we came here and then we hit break even here. So we didn't get any profit on that one today. We're still sitting at about $0 today. But we're being patient. We're taking it easy. We've got 1,800 people in here. So, you know, we're looking pretty good. Gold we've been waiting to buy on, actually. We've been looking to buy. I know you're telling me to sell, Daniel, and maybe you'll be right, but I've been looking to buy on gold. Been waiting for price to come to my limit. I have a limit order set up right there. So price comes to our level right here at support. Hopefully we can just, you know, get a candle flip, do all right. NZDJPY, I don't even think I have that on here, brother. Yeah, gold is coming back to the midline. Midline's been doing really well today, but I'm still going to be patient. I'm going to wait for this level of support. Been on stream for an hour and 10 minutes. Hoping to get a trade in. You know, this is exactly what happened last week. It took over an hour to get a trade on Friday, and then we had 2 wins in the span of like 20 minutes. So it's very, very possible. What are we doing today? 1,800 people in here. I can't believe how many damn people we got in here. This is a good place to hang out. You should come here every day or 3 times a week. It's just the middle of the range, so it's like for newbies. So basically we have the top of the range being created right here, 15-minute time frame, New York Stock Exchange open, right? The bottom of the range. We get a close at the top. This is giving us positive momentum. Then to say to the middle of the range, right? This is just the middle of that range that was created. And this is an area where price can often pull back to where we can get an entry. And if we decided to use that entry today, we would have already won a bunch of trades. I've been less risky. You know, we're 5 wins in a row on stream. I've been waiting for price to come to this support level right here. And that's where I'm going to enter. But we keep getting reactions here. And every time we get a reaction here, because we're scalping, we could have won from here a couple of times already. So it is what it is. That is the risk we take. We are also looking at Euro CAD. Where is my Euro CAD setup? Oh, gosh. Oh, all right. Let's take a look at Euro CAD. We got to get a trade here. All right. This is a pretty good one on EU CAD. How do you guys feel about this? All right. So we had range high, range low, break of the range, waiting for a pullback now to a good level of demand. Take a look. This is a decent demand. That's a decent demand. We got a good fair value gap off of this candle. So we're waiting for price to pull back on EU CAD to this level right here. Probably the middle. Probably something like that. Ideally want to see some green candles around here first, but This is an EU CAD. This is a potential trading opportunity. And this is what we do. We look for trades. We look for trades. How to use the Fibonacci? I use the Fibonacci simply from the bottom of the move to the top of the move, and then I swing it over. You know, so swing low, swing high, price below 50%. That is your discounted price. It's just telling you price is pulled back and you're getting at a discount. Now, are we going to be able to get a pullback on this one? Well, there's some people that potentially just buying right here because you've already had a bit of a pullback, you're below 50%, and you're saying, top of the range. And you see we're getting a bit of a reaction to the top of the range right there with a green candle. But we shall see. We are watching closely on multiple pairs, looking for opportunities. So your CAD, let me just adjust these. So EU I've been looking at, GU I've been looking at, gold I've been looking at, and I think your CAD, let me just pull that up here because these are what I am looking at right now for a trading opportunity on stream. Just haven't been able to get a price to tick our limit on any of these, but that's what we do. We wait, we're patient, and we will find a trade for you today and for me to make some money too today. Now that is a big red candle on gold. Maybe finally it'll push all the way down to our limit order. Now, do I want to enter on a red candle that this is this aggressive or this aggressive? No, I don't. But we're back at that midline and we'll see. Let's see if we could come back down on gold. I do still have a limit order all the way down here. If price comes all the way down there, even on a big candle, I think we'd be able to be all right on that. Obviously, you wouldn't want the candle to get this big, then you might be in some trouble. But let's see what happens here as we come down to our level of support, see what kind of a reaction we get at this level today. Maybe we got a trade open. Has anyone else had some trades in the chat today? How are you guys doing? How do I open the range with midline? I don't know what that means, TK, but I love you. Another midline reaction, pissing me off all day. I should just be entering at that midline, but let's be patient. Let's wait for our B plus. You know, I don't think we'll get an A plus on Memorial Day, but let's wait for a B or a B plus setup. You know, we were waiting all day for the support to hit. We might as well wait for the support to hit still. Now this candle is getting a bit aggressive, which I don't like. Got a couple of minutes till this candle ends, but let's see how we do. I haven't decided where I'll put my stop loss on this one until I open the trade. I'll manage it live. That's the good thing about watching me here. USD CAD, I didn't really have a good opportunity on K's. If we go ahead and take a look at that US CAD again, you could see we were at a resistance area right here. So I didn't really want to buy into that, you know, because you're just not, there's just not a lot of room. All right, where are we going? Got another midline reaction on gold again. Probably could have won another trade. What can you do? We are waiting. We are watching. We're 1,853 freaking viewers in here. I hope you guys are having fun. I'm having fun looking for a trade, looking for an opportunity for you. I can't believe we have this many people in here. Normally, I'm able to go over the live trades as they're happening, but today we've just been patient and we're waiting for a trade. I was looking, so I've got gold, I've got Euro US dollar, was waiting for a pullback here, waiting for a pullback on GU. waiting for a pullback on your CAD. So it's just waiting for pullbacks on pretty much all of these assets now. The problem is it's Memorial Day, so we're not getting a ton of volume. We're not getting a ton of volatility, not getting a ton of movement. So we're not getting the pullbacks as far as I would like them. The range with the midline here, just these are my Lux Albo orb and target indicator settings. So feel free to go in here. You could take a look and see. It shows you the exact settings that I use. And really simple. The main thing, you just want to look at that 15-minute time period. You want to have your custom range 9:30 to 9:45. That's the New York Stock Exchange Open. You want to have UTC -4. And when you combine this with just genius level intelligence that I have, no, I'm kidding. When you combine this with just some confluences, you could do quite well in the markets on a daily basis. You know, we're just looking for a percent here, percent there. Last week in the VIP, we had a trade. It went for 4% though. It was the best trade we had in a couple of months. Now we are still looking for a limit opportunity to target here. We just keep reacting to our midline of the range. We just can't seem to break out off of this level, but this is what we're watching right now. You could see we are wicking out of the middle area. It's very possible that we come down to support and get into a trade here. Price action still looks okay for Memorial Day. Again, guys, wouldn't risk too much on this trading position. It is a Memorial Day, but let's see if we can win. I will look at the higher time frame generally before I come on stream to get an idea of what I want to do. And then once I get on stream, I focus on the lower time frame. It's a free indicator. Just go into indicators up here and you can just click on it, type it, opening range. Click on it, favorite it, add it to your list. If you like trading this style like I do, great, you know. And what I like about this style mostly is just that I could sit on stream for a couple hours. I could get a trade opportunity with my lovely patties. I think that's what we decided to call you guys, the patties. And then we make some money, right? That is our goal. So just focused on gold right here. We've got a couple other pairs. We have a EU, kind of took off without me. Had a nice little entry right there. GU, kind of stuck in the range now. Just not a lot of momentum on a lot of these pairs. So yeah, shout out to the patties. We'll get a trade, guys. This is what we do. Sometimes you wait an hour, sometimes you wait 2 hours, you get a trade, you make some money. That's the whole point. Can you trade gold in a funded account? I don't know. Probably. I don't see why they wouldn't allow you. Although funded accounts kind of annoy me, so I don't trade them. I just trade live. Trade my own accounts. And if you're wondering where I trade, look no further than this page right here. I trade on the Fintur brokerage. They're sponsoring the stream. You can see right here, I like to use the MetaTrader 4 platform, and that is the platform in the bottom left-hand corner of the screen. Let's get back to the charts. All right, nothing going on in the charts. Let's take a look at Telegram. How did VIP do last week? The TWP VIP trading room made 6.23% last week on just 98 pips. We had a trade go for 72, we won. We had a trade go for 19 that we won, and we had a short trade for just 7 that we won. But it doesn't matter how many pips, it matters the risk reward ratio. You can see on this one we made 3.96%. So if you want to join my Telegram group, you're welcome to. We also have the free trading room, and I gave a free trade this morning. Also, I told you to join my live stream, and you're here, so you probably already saw that. This is the buy limit that I was looking at. You see I'm waiting for price to pull back to an entry at support right here. Also at my moving average, probably coincide. And then We're going to push up and we're going to win another free trade. We won our free trade last week. Go back up. Here was our free trade last week. This is a 1 hour time frame. We caught this big red candle. Yeah, that's what we did. Free room. That's how we do it. So if you want, link is in the description. You can join the VIP trading room or join the free room. I don't really care. I'm happy that you're with me in stream. That's the main thing for me today. I'm happy that you're here hanging out. Someone wants to see the indicator settings for the Lux, Albo, Orb, and targets. People ask for this all the time. That's fine. I'll show you as many times as you want. Here it is, 15-minute time period, 9:30, 9:45, New York Stock Exchange open, UTC -4. So it does look like, whoa, geez, gold is pushing a little bit here. We might be able to get our entry. Our entry has been, we've been waiting for an entry on this for about an hour. So if I lose this trade, I'm probably going to be quite pissed. So let's see if we can come down and get ourselves some sort of an entry on this trade. Something like this, I guess. I don't have an area really to put my stop loss. I guess, you know, you'd probably be looking at that wick, but you don't. So probably just below that wick. So whatever trading view gave me is fine. Then let's put my extension on. What the hell did my mouse just die on me? Hello. Where is my mouse? Okay, my mouse doesn't want to work right now. There it is. I just had to unplug it. Alright, whatever. That would not be good if I was trying to close my trade in profit. I don't really like funded accounts because I feel like they're just all scams, but that's up to me. That's my opinion. You have your own. Oh my god, that would have been amazing if we just wicked. Oh man. Wait for this support all day. It comes just inches from that support and just rips up. You gotta be kidding me. You gotta give me some juice today, man. Oh, shout out to my dog, Honey. Didn't notice. Honey's on the couch here. You can kind of see her head by the pillow there. She's a sweet girl. Maybe you can't. But she's lying on the couch behind me while I stream. She wants to be with me all the time. Of course I use my robot. I use Forex Fury every single day. I have it running on hundreds of thousands of dollars. You got in on that wick, you bastard. You already won the trade. If you get in on that wick, you've already won the trade because I would TP1 halfway through that. It is Brent, but even on the slow drop, if we just pop up a little bit, all right. What was I looking at? I was getting my extension ready. So, if this is the trade that I was looking at, and then I just go from here to here. If you entered on the wick, you'd already hit your 0.5 right here. So you'd be out of this trade in profit, break even, and we'd just be letting the runner go right now. Man, we're so close today. Jeff, you didn't know the markets were open? A lot of people didn't, but somehow we have the most viewers that we've ever had on this channel. Well, it's only our 7th stream, but 1,850 people is pretty good. There was a lot of talk about me wrapping at 2,000 concurrent viewers. I don't really want to do that, but if we get there, I guess I have no choice. Manny, that just depends on the settings. How you're using it, your skill level with it. Let's take a look at some of the other pairs. USD CAD. I never cared for USD CAD. Yes, it's possible. Hey, it is possible that you got in at this demand level right here that I marked up. Top of the demand, got a good reaction. I marked that up for you, but I didn't take that trade. Why? Because we're at a huge level of resistance here. This is resistance, so there's not a whole lot to do there, okay? Eric, I don't have a Ferrari. Do you think I should get a Ferrari? Maybe I will. What do we have here? Top range on your CAD seems to be the level that's acting as support today. The level that I was looking for on your CAD was lower down, which was off of this level right here, because that is our demand, right? Everybody knows, everybody knows. GU, what are we looking for? GU, this one I could have won 5 trades off already if I just traded the range midline. That's okay. What was I looking for there? I was looking for a little bit lower level of support right here. GoPoo, you'll see how I trade. You walk throughout this stream, I should get a trade, but you'll see how I trade. So this one right here, you go, oh well, I would have. So one of our viewers already got in. Lucky, he got in on that wick. I did not. Sadly, I did not. I would have already won this trade. So let's say I got in on the wick. It would have been like this, okay? That's what would have been my entry. SL would have been a little bit tighter. We would have exited the trade. We would have got out a TP1 here, 0.5, then break even, then we're targeting the top. So you go, oh, well, you know, why aren't you doing 1 to 2s? This actually would be much better than a 1 to 2. End up getting 1 to 3, something like that. But we just missed our entry. Just being super patient today. You could just see it just driving me absolutely crazy how many trades I could have won today if I was just playing it a little bit riskier. Last week though, we were really patient, and that's why we were 4-0 last week live on stream. Today, just waiting for our opportunities. That's all we're doing. Don't trade my SL all the time, sometimes, but you'll just watch the stream. You'll see me on stream. I'll manually manage my trades. I'll tell you when I'm exiting the trade, and then if I win a trade, I lose my mind and I brag like crazy that I'm the best. Nice, Steven. Glad that you got in. Steven's always in the trades that I want to get into. Steven's always in the trades. Drew doesn't think I'm getting a trade today. Well, GoPoo, I literally just answered that question. You asked me a question, I gave you about a 3-minute response to it, and then you asked that question again. I don't really like Tesla. I have a Porsche Taycan. It's an electric car, and it feels like a car. A Tesla feels like a remote control car. I believe that Bitcoin will go up forever. I think that we'll hit $250,000 at Bitcoin. Why? Because the dollar is pathetic, governments are pathetic, and they will continue to devalue currency. So we've got to get a trade, guys. It's been an hour and a half. I have to place a trade. Gold left us, EU left us. GU, I think we just have to midline trade this. This thing's, coming down crazy on us here. I've been waiting for this level right here. Maybe it's just going to come down now. Maybe it's just going to come down. Maybe we could get an entry on GU right here. Gold seems to have left me. But the problem is now we have just a massive red candle. Can we get another green candle? Let's see. Can we get this thing to close inside of our support level and then have some sort of a reaction? So maybe we'll get something on GU. Been watching your CAD as well. Your CAD left me as well. Was waiting for a deeper pullback right here, just not getting a pullback today. We've never had a stream without a trade, so we will definitely have a trade, and I'll definitely be giving you a trade. That's just what it is. We will definitely get a trade at some point. Maybe it'll be on GU here if G continues to tumble. So I stream about 3 times a week. Always looking for live trades. Give my viewers live trades. 4-0 last week. Hoping to get a live trade maybe on GU today. I don't stream every day because, damn, it's like talking this much drives me crazy. And I don't really I just don't really need to do any of it. Manny, if you buy Forex Fury, just, you know, follow the settings, follow the rules in the members area. It's all there. The Father of Gold has been telling us a lot to do. Yeah, so we could have a potential GU here. I do want to wait for my entry, though, which would be, you know, here, something like this. Do seem to be respecting my trend line pretty good, though, so... Yeah, look at the midline entry again. I swear. I swear. Guys, should I just midline entry here? Let's set a limit. Let's set a limit on these wicks. Let's set a new support level here. Vapool, set the limit there. Are you ready? We got to get into a damn trade here. Vapool is my lovely assistant. He's going to set our limit. And we're going to get in on GU. Because we got to get a trade today. I know, we have to get a trade today. So let's take a look and see what we're going to do when we get into this trade. Probably something like below our... Yeah, probably something like this. Probably something like this. Let's just take a look and see. That's not much. It's only 5 pips. You know, it's not crazy here. What's my level? 5, 5, 7, 8. I pull this down to there. That is my entry level right now. Probably something like this. Now this is not the best setup that we have today, but we have to trade before we leave, and yeah, there's a little fear of missing out right now, Job, and that's okay. We're on stream, so on stream we have to place trades. I'm never gonna do a stream where I just don't place trades. Yes, it is a live account. Yes, I'm gonna risk a few $1,000s on this one, but you know, I think we could come down, tap that, and flip. Hopefully I didn't miss it, but you can see there's enough here to go on, right? We wicked here, right? Got a reaction. We wicked here, got a reaction, and you know, wick, 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 wick. Can we get one more wick and go? Hopefully we can. There's just not a lot of movement. These candles are really being lazy today. We don't have a ton of momentum in these markets, so making it a bit harder to scalp the way I like to scalp. Got about 1,744 viewers in here still. It's amazing. Make sure that you guys hit the like button. Maybe we'll get a trade right here, and then we'll be looking real good. So let's see if we could get a reaction off of this level. I swear the chart looks like it's frozen right now, but please hit that like button. Let's see if we could get the viewers back above 1,800 and watch a live trade play out with a few $1,000 and see what we could do. Manny, I've answered that question already. If you buy the robot, there's settings in the members area. There's also like 10 videos on my channels that you can watch about the robot that explain the settings that I use, how I like to use it to range trade. Now, if this doesn't open and then the price shoots all the way up, I'll probably lose my mind. I'll probably lose my mind because that's happened to me all day today. I'd like to get into a trade for you. The midline's been performing incredibly well. I swear I am going to lose my mind if I miss the entry again. I don't know what the hell is going on. Today we are so close to getting our entry. And, you know, I know a lot of people in chat have done so well off of these entries that I've been talking about, but I haven't. Yep, midline entry on gold again, very similar, but we are focused on GU right now, waiting for a pullback, a wick into our level, and a candle flip to the positive. slowly but surely here. Slowly but surely here. You could see we're getting a really strong reaction already. God, I feel like... Manny, stop asking the same question. I've answered this like 10 times. The settings are in the members area. Use the settings in the members area. I also have 10 videos on my channel explaining how I use the software. I don't know how else to answer that. I've answered it 5 times. Shout out to the patties in the chat. Now, we are looking for an entry here on GU. We're trying to scalp. Trying to see if we can make a little money here. You could see just reacting off of this level, which is why that's the level I'm looking to enter off of now. This range midline has been performing quite well today. You could just kind of bounce between these levels and make a lot of money on a ranging day, which is what we're seeing today on Memorial Day. I do not have a Discord, but I have a free Telegram. If you go to Telegram right here, here's my VIP Telegram, 6% last week. And we go into the free Telegram right here. I gave a free trade this morning talking about my videos, and we won 56 pips last week in the free trading room. So I hope that you got that trade. Now, we are still on GU waiting to get into this position. We've wicked down a couple of times. We probably would have been out on TP1 a couple of times, but we're just respecting our trend line right here, as you can see. And we just want to see the price come down a little bit further, enter our trade, come up, take our first take profit, and let this trade run, and just make, you know, a few $100s, maybe a few $1,000s this morning before we head off live stream. But we are here and we're chilling, we're vibing. Jeremiah, the robot works, the copier works. You could be hidden from the channel. Maybe you're just not good at using a computer. I don't know what to tell you, brother. So my recommended software and my broker is all in the video description. For the broker that I'm using right now, and the broker I've been using all year, is the Fintura brokerage. Let me pull that up right there. Running on the MetaTrader 4 platform. This is the website right here. The link to that is in the description. If you want to start trading, this is a good place to trade. Let's go ahead and see. So we would have won this GU trade twice already. We just can't seem to get the entry that we want to have today. We've come so close to tapping into our entry level. So damn close. You could see my entry is right here. And both times we've wicked up to take profit. So we would have been able to take profit both times if we just entered a little bit higher. My entry was right there. It's an absolute sniper entry. Obviously, it's a sniper entry because you can see, look, we're getting explosive moves off of this level of support that I've mapped. Perfect, perfect stuff. Just sadly haven't been able to get into that trade myself. Oh, you guys want me to stay on stream more? We have about 1,700 people in here. We peaked at about 1,800. Do you want me to stay in here? Do you want me to go? Do you want me to wait for this trade? Let me know in the chat. I love you all. Hit that like button while we wait. That's very I'm going to stay for a bit here. I think like we can still get into this trade. I've definitely not given up on it. Look, we've wicked down into this level 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times. I don't see why we can't wick into that one more time, get ourselves this entry, close ourselves in profit together. Still crushing the markets, guys. 4-0 last week. Let's start the week with a win. Let's go 5-0. Yeah, Drew wanted that freestyle rap, but we never hit 2,000 concurrent viewers. Yeah, I'm trying to be patient here. Lit, much love to you. Much respect to the chat. All the patties in the chatties, right? We're the patties now, I guess. We asked earlier what the name of our community members should be called, and we've come up with the patties. That's what we've got so far. Now we are coming close to tick here, okay? We've turned bearish on this candle. It's very possible that we get our entry. Now we've wicked up a couple of times here, so we're rejecting off of this level on our scalp, but it's very possible that we could get a win here. We can get the Patty's a W, and just go, what, 6 straight, I think, if we hit this one. 4-0 last week. I think we had a win on the Friday the week before, so we are hoping to get some juice going here. Let's get something going. Watching out for the news, but we're scalping. It's okay. It's okay. We'll get in. We'll hit it, and then we'll go. Hit it and rip it. The Patties is definitely cute. And I got a lot of cute people in here. All right, so we are still look. We're really respecting the hell out of this trend line, eh? Look at this, respect, respect, respect. Let's get another reaction. Let's come. We have our entry right here. We are close to getting our entry. I don't know. It's like, what's so exciting today? We're excited just to get an entry today because we've been so close on so many damn entries. Wait for this one, and it'll hit their entry and freaking shoot down. Even though every damn entry we've been close to hitting, it shot up. Okay, I don't want to will myself negativity here. Let's not will negativity. Let's get our entry. Let's shoot up. This candle's going to flip negative, and then it's going to flip positive. And then we're going to make a little bit of money today on stream for everybody. Someone telling me EU's ready as well. EU's ready. I could quickly look at that, but we're so close to entry here. I'm really focused on this one. EU is coming down to my level. This is the level that I was looking at on EU. So this is a possibility as well. So I could flash back to this chart. So we should be able to get a trade this morning here. We should be able to make a little money for the stream this morning. Still waiting for just a touch right here. You know, we're just losing momentum. We did reject a couple of times, but if we were to come back up to that level, we'll be able to TP1. We'll be able to let something ride. Once we get TP1, we look good. So we do have a good pullback on EU. We're taking off on GU again. I'm getting pissed off. We have a good reaction here. So we're waiting for an entry on EU here. Let's go into gold. Gold is really quite annoying here. You could see on gold, I had my entry right here. Okay, this is my entry. It just missed entry. So if it hit entry, we would have won because it came all the way up here. So that would have been another winning trade. It is what it is, guys. We've come really close. I know a lot of you have taken these trades and a lot of you have won these trades because of my recommendations today. But sadly, on stream, I have come so close to my entry, so close to so many wins, and it just keeps missing my entry. Look at this. I'm missing the entry by a damn pubic hair. I'm getting so close, and it is frustrating, but I'm happy that you're in here with me. And we were able to win some trades. Hey, Ahmed, if you're looking for a broker with a low spread, the broker I trade with is in the video description. This is the website right here, just in case. Make sure you go to the right website, but click the link in the video description to get there. Okay, so I've got trades everywhere now, guys. I have a limit order still set up right here on gold. Probably not going to get to it. On EU, we've had a pullback and now we have a green candle, and I have a limit order set up on EU as well because we got to get a trade today. And I think my limit order is about here. Okay, so we are going to just see if we could trade off of the wicks here. Let's see, a long position. What am I at? 13776. So I'm about here for a long on EU right now. We have opportunities to scalp today, okay? So we're gonna get a trade there. It's possible we get a trade here. So let's pull, we got these two right at the top. We're gonna flip between them, flip between them, flip between them. Everybody like the video right here. Gonna just get a clap going. We're hoping to get into one of these trading positions. I have 2 limit orders set up right now. Why don't I move up to get, because that's, someone's asking me why I don't move it up 3 pips to get my entry. Because I am a pullback trader. I wait for my price. And you go, Pat, you keep missing your entry, right? You keep missing your entry. I am a pullback trader. I want good entries. On this one, yes, okay. It's just what it is today, right? If you watched last week, we got into our trades, we won our trades, and we're gonna get into some trades today, okay? It's just waiting for that close. Now that matters to me. This is the 1 or 2 pips matters to me because I'm scalping. We're gonna hit 6 pips, we're gonna hit 8 pips. So if I give up 3 pips and I'm just impatient, I'm gonna lose more trades, and I want to win my trades. You know that about me. Now, my water is finished. EU, okay, shooting up without me. That's okay. GU, shooting up without me. Yeah, okay. Maybe you've got a point, but this is Trading View, where I monitor the trades, and then in the bottom left-hand corner, you see these X's right here. These are all my limit orders in MetaTrader. I got to get a little bit more water. We're trying to get into another trading position today. Yes, maybe I should have entered off of this trend line right here. We would have had another win already. It is what it is. If I entered a little bit higher here, we would have had another win. This is fine. We are scalping. We are doing everything that we can to get you a win today on chat. Let me just get a little bit more water. I'll be right back. I am all in business. Okay, I got a little bit of water here. More water. Yeah, you could drink tap water here. We've got good tap water. I run it through a Brita filter. TK, not looking to trade oil today, I'm afraid. 1,600 people in chat still. Just a fantastic day. Thanks so much for all those likes. While we wait for our trade setups. Came close. Would have had a win on this one. Would have had a win on this one. Been waiting on gold. Would have had a win on this one. We've just been inches away from our entry scalp 3 times. We would have been 3-0 if we hit these. That's fine. I'm not trading a higher time frame. I'm trading M5 time frame. So absolutely. This is where so in here, this is Trading View. This is not MetaTrader. So what I do is I place the trades in MetaTrader, and then I show you the trades play out in Trading View because it looks better. And then I just have the profit in the bottom left corner of the screen. That's how I like to do it. GU and EU. Yeah, EU may come to our level right here. And this is decent. We're seeing like a little bit of bears, a little bit of bulls. When we're scalping, this is okay because we could range trade a little bit on the scalp. That's no problem. So this comes down to our entry. We still have a pretty good chance at ticking and winning. So very, very nice. Always waiting on those pullbacks, you know. Waiting, right? Price has got to come back to my level. I just want price to come back to my level, and my level is going to be about here now, something like that. So price comes to that level. Maybe it'll be on the next candle. Either way, we're going to hang out a little bit longer here. We're going to see if we could get a trade for you, see if we can make some money. Yeah, maybe it's bearish on the EMA. That's fine. EMA is not the end of the world. We have what we had right here is our trend line break. Look, you see, had a little trend line, right? So obviously we're bearish. We've been pushing down, but we broke through the level. We've retested now, and we're hoping to retest again and just kind of keep pushing up, make some real money today. So It's Memorial Day. Happy Memorial Day to everybody. Let's see if we could get into a trading position here. Waiting on EU now. This, again, this would have been a win if we tipped in. This one would have been if we just look, we missed our entry by this much. That's it. That's how we missed our entry. If we got that entry, we would have won this trade. So, is what it is here, folks. We're just waiting for an opportunity. I'm going to give this another 10 minutes or so. Maybe we get something on EU. We may have to go a stream without a trade. You know, if this comes to the top of the range right here, we may have to go a stream without a trade, but we're just going to keep looking. We're going to keep talking. We're going to keep walking through. I did not catch the gold trade, Edward. Like, let's go ahead. What the hell am I drawing now? Let's go ahead. I'll show you gold. So you can see gold right here, Edward. I was waiting for my support tap, right? So I had this level of support that I had mapped, and you can see on gold, it wicked in right there, just didn't hit my support. So I missed this trade by almost nothing, and then it shot all the way up here. So would have been a huge trade, 2.5 risk reward ratio. Really would have been a nice trade. But you know, that's what we're doing. You can see what I'm doing. And this is why I have such a high win rate, because I'm patient and I'm just not taking stupid risks. Jags are, I'm not sure. I don't work for TradingView, so I'm not sure if you have to buy it or not. But I think the link for that is in the description. My win rate is very high, and my gold win rate is over 70% this year. My on-stream win rate is like 80% so far. I've just been patient as hell. Just waiting for these trades. You can see I just keep missing my entry. Would have won this trade, would have won that trade. It's a lot of woulda today, but it's a weird day. It's Memorial Day. I'm just happy that so many of you have come in here, hanging out with me, looking to trade the markets, looking to learn from me a little bit. Hey, TK, relax on oil. Okay, let's go take a look at oil. This guy's losing his mind. All right, oil. My risk ratio, I start at like half, and then I just, you'll have to watch as I trade. What do you want me to do on oil here? Where's my orb? It won't even show up. Is there a better oil chart? Is this a better chart? Yeah, that's a better chart. So this is what you're looking at right now. Is that what you're trying to do? Or are you waiting for the pullback? You do have a level of resistance right there. Could use that as support now. Could also enter on an FVG here. Could also enter at the bottom. Have a level of demand right there on oil. So you got a lot of options here on oil if you are trading oil. TK's going crazy. Trade the oil. Trade the oil. We have another rejection off of this level here on EU. You see we keep rejecting right here. But that's okay. Like, honestly, if we get into a trade and we come to this level, like, we win the trade. And it shows that it keeps doing that. How's GU? GU took off. Left us in the dust. We missed our entry by this much. I am so pissed off. We had 3 in a row. This would have been another sniper entry on stream. We just keep hitting sniper entries on stream. That would have been it, you know? I'm trying to clip something. What did we do? What was the last one we had? Where was our last one? Yeah, right here. So this was the one we had last week. Same thing, right? You can see I waited, and this time it ticked perfectly, right? It ticked perfectly. It put me in, and we won. So it's really, really similar. You can see I'm doing the same things, right? And that was live on stream. So if say, oh, you didn't do it, go on Friday. Go watch it. Learn from it. This one, just missed it. But again, good entry, smart entry. Smart, smart, smart. EU, nothing. It's been 2 hours. I'm annoyed that I didn't get a trade today. Are you guys pissed, or you coming back tomorrow still? Let me know in the comments. You coming back tomorrow still? We'll be back tomorrow. I'll do another 2 hours tomorrow. Yeah. All right. I'll be back tomorrow. Tomorrow will be better. We'll definitely get a trade tomorrow. Although today was really good. Look at this. Look at this trade. Like, this is an awesome trade. We missed it by an inch. EU missed it by an inch. GU missed it by an inch. These are great trades. So, like, if I just was this, we're in the trade, we're already winning, and we're going for a 1 to 2.5. Like, it was so close today. I hope that you still learned something. I hope that, like, my patience shows you. And tomorrow we're going to print some money. So thanks so much. Smash that like button. Hey, why don't you watch one of my other videos? Maybe watch last Friday's stream. We actually had a couple of wins in that stream, so maybe watch that. You'll learn from it. We'll be back on tomorrow at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's what we're doing, and I'll be back on Wednesday too. So we're gonna be doing this all week long, but we're gonna win some trades. You know, we're not gonna miss a trade by an inch. We're about to win some trades. So shout out to the Patties. I guess that's our nickname now. Love the Patties, and I'll see you tomorrow.